So, here are some lessons that I learned in my 16 years in corporate America. So, throughout my 16 years, I changed roles every 12 to 18 to 24 months, and I worked in almost every industry possible. On top of that, I also consulted in so many industries. And all of these lessons I've learned are true and show the test of time, no matter what application. I don't care if you're in healthcare, I don't care if you're in tech, I don't care if you're in retail. It does not matter. It's all the same. And the very first lesson that I learned is I'm going to fuck it up. And I know that that's horrible. I know no one wants to embrace that. No one wants to believe that, hey, you may fail at this. And I promise you, you're going to. But I also promise you that what you're going to learn from completely royally fucking everything up so badly that you're driving home and you're like, I'm never going to rebound from this. I'm never going to get through this. I promise you, that's what's going to make you absolutely dominate. This is what's going to make you completely knock it out of the park. Because why? I did it. And I was effective in what I did because I messed up so many times. If everything went perfectly, if everything went according to plan, I would be really ineffective. Not only that, if you're someone that has not been fired, has not been laid off, if you've not went through, being gaslighted at work, you haven't survived a toxic work environment, and you haven't made really shitty business decisions because of your situation, then I promise you, you're not taking enough risk. I promise you, you are not absolutely dreaming as big as possible because it's impossible for you to be perfect. There is no way that you are going to absolutely knock it out of the park at everything you do. And this is so challenging for us as women because we are taught since fucking birth to be perfect at everything that we do. So many of us want to be the perfect mother, the perfect daughter, the perfect friend, the perfect wife, the perfect partner, all of these things. And you can't do it, but you still try to do it anyway. And when you really do screw something up, man, are you your own worst critic? There is no way in hell you would ever let anyone talk to someone that you love the way that you talk to yourself. So I want you to fully embrace the lesson that you are going to mess stuff up and it is okay. You are going to come back from whatever it is that you did like the powerful, badass executive woman that you are, because you are a woman living in this world, no matter where you're at on this planet. You have already endured so much. Think of all the times that you've messed up, all the trials that you've been through, all the traumas that you've been through. You survived. Not only did you survive, you fucking thrived. So that's lesson number one. Lesson number two is you must embrace the fact that you are not for everyone. You are actually likely only for a select few people. And this is something that I learned very, very early in my career. I remember from the time that I was at least 10 or 11 years old being told that I was too bossy, I was too much, I was too driven, too ambitious, too loud, all of that shit over and over and over again. And so I carried all of this luggage, with me, this whole bag of shoulds of everything the world said I should be. And I drug that shit right into my early corporate career days. And guess what? I messed up a lot because I wasn't showing up as my authentic self. I was constantly watering down and filtering out who I was because I thought I had no choice. I thought that was the only way that I could be palatable for everyone. And when I finally realized that after going through immortal hell from fucking up the strategy earlier, when I finally said, you know what? The hell with society. I am not going to do that anymore. When I was able to embrace that, and man, that's hard. It's something I still do on a daily basis. If you've been following the brand for any length of time, we are very much aware that I'm not for everyone, right? If you didn't already got this, you've already moved on and you're no longer watching this video. But for those of you that have held on, for those of you that are still watching now, this is why we don't water down who we are. This is why we show up unapologetic as fuck every single day, because we are okay with we're not for everyone. And when I did that, the same tactic in my corporate career, I dominated. I was able to make incredible business decisions. I was able to build teams that were inspired. We were able to do so much. And it's because I was showing up as my authentic self and I was trusting my gut. And I embraced the lesson that I'm not going to be for everyone else. And I encourage you to do the same. The third lesson that I want to share with you today is that you must have a support system. If you are a woman in general, let alone a woman in corporate, a woman trying to navigate the boys club, this traditional patriarchal corporate ladder, you must have a support system. You must have an entire group of women that you are surrounding yourself with on a daily basis that want to do nothing but see you succeed, that would never, ever tear you down no matter what. And there's so many of us as women, let's face it, ladies, we're really fucking lonely because so many of us go at this at life in general, let alone trying to balance all the things that we do in our careers, in our personal lives. And we say, asking for help it means I'm weak. Because guess what? Society has told you that. Society benefits from you not having a support system. This is how society continues to keep women small and make decisions for us. And then it just leaves you absolutely so frustrated and so burned out that you don't want to do life in general. So you must start building your support system. If you don't do this, I promise you, you will never build a career that brings you joy. You will never have a professional life that has meaning, and you're sure as hell not going to make kind of money that you know that you could make. So these are 3 lessons that I learned the very hard way throughout my life. And I hope that these bring you so much gold nuggets here that you can implement right away so you don't make the same mistakes that I did.